Welcome to the review for Unit 16, Time for a Change. While the concept of a 4-day work week may seem unusual to some, the concept of a 5-day work week, 8 hours a day, is a fairly recent one. In the early 20th century, factory workers worked 6 to 7 days per week, up to 100 backbreaking hours. Backbreaking.
Backbreaking.
In the 1920s, however, Henry Ford introduced a 40-hour work week to his Ford Motor Company. He was known for micromanaging his employees, but this helped him to see the necessity of reasonable working hours. The United States government also took notice and in 1940 officially limited American work weeks to 40 hours per week. Since then, the 40-hour work week has become standard in the United States and in many other countries as well. Micromanage.
Micromanage.
Now, these days, with the interconnectedness that surrounds us with mobile phones, computers, and tablets, etc., it may no longer be the case that we need to go to the office 5 days a week. I mean, after all, if there is an important task that can be done, why can't you do it from home? Since that is the case, it may no longer be prudent to maintain the 5-day work week. And there is indeed evidence to suggest this. In Japan in 2019, Microsoft's team decided to experiment with their own 4-day work week. And unsurprisingly, the workers there reported a better quality of life, but even still, higher degrees of productivity on top of this.
Prudent.
Prudent.
What do you think about Unilever's 4-day work week project? Do you think that it will be successful?
I hope so. I don't know what the ideal amount of work is for one job, but what I do know is that when people are just overloaded with tasks, you maybe get a lot of work done, but it's not necessarily good quality work. Whereas if you focus more on, of fewer things of higher quality, I just think it makes companies operate far better.
What about their test pool? Do you think 81 people in a test pool is enough?
Well, I'm not an expert on how data pools operate, but what I do know is when you take, for example, polls, polls you need at least like 1,000 people. And even then, it's no guarantee of accurate information. I mean, we especially know when looking at both the 2016 American election and the 2020 American election, how far off polls can be these days. But they're still far more accurate than any alternative measure. The idea of using 81 people, my gut reaction is to say that it doesn't seem like it's enough.
Right.
But what do I know?
Me too. I don't know much, but 81 just seems a little bit like an odd number.
Yes.
Why not round it up to an even 100 or 200 or so? I don't know. But that location only has 81, so hopefully it's enough. We wish them well.
Yes.
Okay, that'll wrap it up for Unit 16 review. We'll see you guys back for the next one.